What's good, Raider Nation? It's your die-hard silver and black brother, back with the hottest Las Vegas Raiders news that's got the NFL buzzing. Today, we're diving into a spicy new rivalry that's setting the AFC on fire. Picture this. Our own Jackson Power Johnson, a second-year stud on the Raiders' offensive line, squaring up against Pittsburgh Steelers legend Cam Heyward. One bold statement, one savage comeback, and now we got a personal grudge that could define the trenches for years. This ain't just about teams. It's personal, and it's got all the makings of a classic. Ready to break it down? Let's roll through 8 epic scenes and unpack what this means for our Las Vegas Raiders. Who's got the edge in this beef? Stick with me, and let's hear your take. It all kicked off on The Rush, Max Crosby's podcast, where our boy Jackson Powers Johnson, the Raiders' rising star, dropped a bombshell about his rookie season. In a Week 6 clash last year against the Pittsburgh Steelers, JPJ gave up his first ever career sack. And who was the man who brought him down? None other than Cam Heyward, the Steelers' 6-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle. Powers Johnson didn't mince words, saying, "I'd say playing against Cam Heyward and giving up my first sack ever in my life. He didn't beat me, I beat myself. I overset and he got me," and said some choice words after. That's some serious swagger from a second-year player. But was it a mistake to call out a future Hall of Famer like Heyward? Let's set the scene for that fateful play. It was a tense moment in Allegiant Stadium, with the Raiders fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive. Powers Johnson, the 2024 second-round pick out of Oregon, was holding his own, having allowed just 2 sacks in 633 pass-blocking snaps as a rookie. That elite for a guy rotating between center and guard. But in that third-quarter showdown, Heyward, a 36-year-old veteran with 80.5 career sacks, found a gap. JPJ admitted he overset, leaving a lane for Heyward to bulldoze through and sack Geno Smith. The sting of that moment, plus Heyward's trash talk, clearly left a mark. Raider Nation. Can you feel the heat of that moment? Now, why does this matter? Because Powers Johnson isn't just any lineman. He's the heart of our Las Vegas Raiders offensive line rebuild. Drafted 44th overall, he brought his Remington Trophy-winning pedigree from Oregon, where he dominated as the nation's top center. His confidence in calling out Heyward shows the fire in this young squad. But those choice words from Heyward, they're still a mystery. Was a jab at JPJ's technique his youth, or something spicier? What do you think Heyward said to get under JPJ's skin? Drop your guesses in the comments. Cam Heyward wasn't about to let this slide. On his Not Just Football podcast, the Steelers captain came out swinging. "Man, I almost got him a couple times. It wasn't the only time he got beat," Heyward said with a smirk. "I don't remember exactly what I said. I kind of blank out in those moments, but he knows." Oh, snap. That a veteran flexing his dominance, reminding the young gun he's still got work to do. Heyward's no slouch. Last season, he racked up 71 tackles, 8 sacks, and 25 QB hits at age 36. That's pure dominance. Is Powers Johnson ready to step up to this challenge? Or did he just wake a sleeping giant? Let's talk about Heyward's legacy. A first-round pick in 2011, he's been the cornerstone of Pittsburgh's defense, earning 4 first-team All-Pro nods and a spot on the 2010s All-Decade team. He's the kind of player who can still wreck game plans at 36, with a motor that never quits. His response to JPJ wasn't just about one play. It was a warning that he's still the king of the trenches. For Powers Johnson to call him out took guts, maybe even a touch of recklessness. Raider Nation, do you think JPJ's confidence is a sign of greatness or a rookie mistake? Let's hear it. This beef is more than just 2 players. It's reigniting the historic Raiders-Steelers rivalry that's been simmering since the 1970s. From the immaculate reception to those epic AFC championship battles in the Oakland days, these teams have never liked each other. The move to Las Vegas only turned up the heat, with Allegiant Stadium becoming a fortress for Raider Nation. Powers Johnson's bold words and Heyward clapback are adding a new chapter to this saga. It's not just about teams anymore. It's a personal showdown in the trenches. How hyped are you for this new layer of bad blood? The Raiders and Steelers have faced off 31 times since 1970, with Pittsburgh holding a slight 16-15 edge. But in recent years, the Raiders have had their moments, like the 2021 upset in Pittsburgh, where Derek Carr outdueled Ben Roethlisberger. Last season's Week 6 loss, where Heyward got a JPJ, was a gut punch, with the Steelers winning 32-13. That game exposed some cracks in the Raiders' O-line, which allowed 5 sacks total. Can Powers Johnson and the revamped line, now featuring rookie standout Jackson Powers Johnson at center, flip the script next time? Here's the bad news, Raider Nation. We won't see this rematch in the 2025 regular season. For the first time since 2020, the Raiders and Steelers aren't on each other's schedules, meaning JPJ and Heyward might have to wait until 2027 or a playoff clash for round 2. That's a long time for this beef to simmer. Powers Johnson, now locked in as a starting center after Andre James moved to free agency, is poised for a breakout year. Pro Football Focus projects him as one of the NFL's most improved linemen, with a pass-blocking grade of 74.2 last season. Will he be ready to stonewall Heyward when they meet again? Let's zoom in on JPJ's growth. After a rookie year splitting time between center and guard, he's now the anchor of an offensive line tasked for protecting new QB Geno Smith and opening lanes for rookie sensation Ashton Janney. The Raiders' 2025 draft class, including Janney and third-round guard Jake Johanning, has fans buzzing about a revitalized offense. Powers Johnson's fiery attitude, seen in his viral post-game rants last season, is exactly what this team needs. But can he back up his talk against a legend like Heyward? What's your take, Raider Nation? This rivalry is personal, but it's also a test for the entire Las Vegas Raiders squad. Under head coach Antonio Pierce, the team's embracing a gritty, us-against-the-world mentality. Last season's 6-11 record was a step back, but with key additions like Smith and Janney, plus JPJ's emergence, the Raiders are building something special. This feud with Heyward could be the spark that pushes Powers Johnson to all-pro status. Imagine him pancaking defenders and protecting Smith on a playoff run. How big of an impact will JPJ have this season? The Raiders' 2025 schedule is no joke, with matchups against the Chiefs, Chargers, and Ravens that'll test the O-line early. Powers Johnson's got a chip on his shoulder after a botched snap against Kansas City last season cost the Raiders a winnable game. That Week 8 rematch in Arrowhead is circled on his calendar. Meanwhile, Heyward's still a force for the Steelers, but at 36, there's talk he might retire after 2025. If he does, will JPJ get a shot at redemption? Or will this beef fizzle out before the next clash? Let's talk about the bigger picture for our Las Vegas Raiders. The offense, led by Smith, Janney, and Devontae Adams, is poised for a breakout if the O-line holds up. Powers Johnson's not just a protector, he's a tone setter. His college tape, where he manhandled Pack 12 defenses, shows why he's a fan favorite. Off the field, his love for Raider Nation, seen in his social media posts hyping up the silver and black, makes him one of us. Can he become the leader this line needs to dominate the AFC West? This rivalry's got all the ingredients for a classic. Youth versus experience, confidence versus pedigree, Raiders versus Steelers. Powers Johnson's bold words show he's not afraid to stand toe-to-toe with the NFL's best. Heyward's response proves he's still got the fire to school the young bucks. When they finally meet again, whether in 2027 or a wild card showdown, all eyes will be on the trenches. Who's got the edge? JPJ's hunger or Heyward's savvy? Drop your predictions below, Raider Nation. The suspense is real, and it's got me hyped for what's next. While we wait for this rematch, the Raiders are gearing up for a pivotal 2025 season. With a tough schedule and a hungry young core, this team's ready to make noise. Powers Johnson's feud with Heyward is just one piece of the puzzle, but it's a big one. It's proof our Las Vegas Raiders are building a squad that fears no one. Who else on this roster is ready to step up and make a name for themselves? Let's talk about it. Raider Nation, this is why we live and breathe silver and black. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the rise, and Jackson Powers Johnson's fire is lighting the way. This beef with Cam Heyward is just the beginning. Expect more fireworks as our boys chase that playoff spot. If you're as pumped as I am, smash that like button, drop a comment with your take on this rivalry, and subscribe for the latest Raiders news. Share this with your fellow fans, and let's keep the nation strong. Until next time, stay proud, stay loud, and let's go Raiders.